Hey everybody, it's Paul Ramsey, and I'm joined by Roxanne Louise, who is giving a 1-hour seminar at the 2017 NGH convention titled Avoiding Burnout, More Than Stress Management. And, this is an important topic. I'm so excited to talk with you about this, Roxanne. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. Hey, how'd you get into hypnotism in the first place?
Well, I started out as Lucy on the block. Put the nickel down and get your advice on how to deal with playmates on the street. And I think I mentioned to you, at age 4, I was overheard saying, "You're master of yourself."
Right.
Not a usual thing for your kid. So
That's cool. So very early start.
right.
How about your official hypnotism practice? When did you start practicing officially?
I started in 1989,
89.
and after spending a week with Descartes, and then I immediately, 2 weeks later, went to NGH convention in New York, where I studied with the finest hypnotherapists in the world at that time, or certainly the United States.
Yeah.
Elner and Claire Tato, Max Trost, Maurice Kugel.
Wow.
Just so many of the big names.
That's great.
And of course, Terry Kine and some others.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sad that we lost him.
I was also a vocational and vocational counselor and caseworker for the city of New York. So I had that
always
kind of
working developmentally with people then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So even in any job, we have to talk about burnout, right? But I think in particular, the caretaking professions, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a big topic. For you though, I mean, lots of us can talk about it, but you've taken the time to put together a presentation and really do something about it. Why did you decide to do that? Why is this topic important to you?
Because I almost died.
What? Tell me about that.
Well, I had to be a full-time caretaker for my mother.
Oh.
It was round the clock. I was doing the work of 6 nurses. I only had a couple hours sleep a night, and I didn't want to live anymore after I finished just the first 6 weeks. And soon after, I went into anaphylactic shock, simply because my body was so worn down.
Really?
So what I learned as a result of my own experience, I've also had other things of being a single mother, and as when I was a classical singer, I was working 3 jobs in order to keep the food on the table. So I've had a lot of challenges financially that then, because I were overworking, that caused health issues as well. So and one of my teachers was Leonard Orr, who lives down here in this part of Virginia. He started the whole rebirthing movement. And what he says is that when your life urge, your enthusiasm for life, falls below your frustrations, which he calls the death urge, all the things that are pulling at you, when it falls below, your body follows. And so as a result of my life having no joy in it anymore, of just taking care of bedpans and just taking care of the needs of someone else, when nothing was coming in to feed my spirit, that my health broke down.
Yeah.
And so when people think about stress, they think just about mental and emotional issues. It's a whole lot more than that. What stressors are, or let me explain. A stressor is something that pulls energy out of your system.
Right.
And there needs to be more energy coming in than is going out. So think of it as a bank account.
Yep.
So your bank account can go into the red and you can have a bounce check. In this case, it's illness. But you can have a bounce check when there are more demands on you than you are bringing energy in. So you bring in energy through food, through sleep, through love, loving relationships, through fun, from personal satisfaction, from meaning and purpose. So it's all those things. It's not just the things that get you upset or worried or concerned, or it's a lot more. So it's to avoid burnout, to prevent illness, you have to put together a whole list, a whole package, where you're not just taking vitamins and minerals, you are addressing your spiritual needs as well as your relationships, fulfilling relationships, but also that deeper, that your life has meaning and purpose to it.
Right? Because this is, some people can say, might hear that and they might say, well, that's sort of touchy-feely. It's not touchy-feely at all. This is scientific, right? We know that energy is not created in the universe. It just changes forms, right? It goes from one form to another. And since we're of the universe, why would we not adhere to that principle, right?
So you have to think of what feeds your spirit. It's not working hard that causes you to your body to break down. It's frustration.
Yeah.
What feeds your spirit? So every day, in addition to eating your meals and getting a decent night's sleep and taking a bath and other reasonable self-care,
right,
you have to feed your spirit.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you guys, for those of you who are watching this, maybe you've seen the other interviews that I've done in support of the convention. Maybe you haven't. I'll tell you, this is a theme that's really important that we come back to again and again, is that if you come to the convention, so many of the sessions have this dual benefit. And I think Roxanne's session is totally one of these, where you can come in and you can just sit and you can give your full attention to this topic as a way to enrich yourself and make yourself a healthier, happier, and more fulfilled person. And, or you can come in feeling like you've got a pretty good handle on that, but you want more strategies for how to help clients become healthier, happier, and more fulfilled people. Either way, you've got these dual possible benefits of coming to this session. There's two really good reasons. And probably for most people, it's going to be both. You're going to come in, you're going to learn something that helps you, take better care of yourself, and you're going to learn something that makes you more effective at what you do with clients. So there's a really great benefit here. Roxanne, if people want to learn more about you and what you do, what's a good way for them to do that?
Well, they can go to my website, roxannelouise.com, or they can go to my blog with a lot of articles. I have probably 27, 28 articles there on all aspects of mind-body healing and emotional healing. And so the blog is unlimitedpotentialhealingcenter.com, or they can go to my website, look for blog at the top banner, and click on that.
Okay. All right, great. It takes them over. Good. All right. So just a reminder, Avoiding Burnout More Than Stress Management, August 11th, 3 p.m. with Roxanne Louise. Important topic. Just go and do it. All right. Roxanne, thanks so much for making time for me.
My pleasure. Thanks so much, Paul.
All right. We'll see you in August.
Okay.
Bye.